Hello guys and welcome to another video. So today we are in the kitchen and that is because we will be celebrating Percy Jackson's birthday, August 18th. Today I am going to be making blueberry cupcakes and that is a reference to Percy Jackson and the Last Olympian when Annabeth and Tyson make Percy some cupcakes that look like blue bricks with blue icing on top of them. That is the vibe we are going for today. So without further ado, let's get baking. Okay, so I have all of my ingredients prepared over here and my computer to follow along with the recipe. So let's hope for the best. Okay, so I am in the process of preheating the oven and here I have my flour, my baking powder and my salt, and I just have to whisk it very lightly, like so. I hope some of y'all are having Percy Jackson themed parties. I wish I could. Don't have friends that want to do that, but that's fine. Let's move on to the next step. So while I do this, let's discuss some of the leaks that we have had for the Percy Jackson TV show, also known as Percy Jackson and the Olympians RV, as in Rick's version. So what are we thinking? Have you guys seen them? In case you don't know, the leaks have been mostly about Percy and Grover walking around what's supposed to be Manhattan, but is actually, a random street in Vancouver, which is where they're filming. And in the leaks, I guess spoiler warning if you don't want to know anything about the upcoming show. But in the leaks, you can clearly see that they have not dyed Walker Scobell's hair, and they have not given him any kind of wig or anything. He is completely al natural and he is blonde, very much so. So let me know your thoughts down below, because I have made my stance pretty clear here on this channel that I will not be tolerating any hate regarding the casting, especially the young cast in this TV show. But as a human being, I still have, preferences of what I would want to see in the show. So personally, I would have liked for them to dye his hair black, because that's just something I wanted. In the same way that I would have liked to see Leah sport like a blonde updo or whatever. Seeing how Walker has not been asked or made to change his hair color, I am guessing that Leah hasn't either. So let me know your thoughts down below. I guess we'll just have to have a blonde Percy, which means that later on, if we ever even get close to getting a Heroes of Olympus TV show, then the Nico joke, "you're not my type," will not make sense, because this Percy is going to look like Book Will. It would be very funny if they cast a guy with green eyes and black hair for Will. Please, Disney, do that. We're not getting a green-eyed, black-haired Percy. At least give us a green-eyed, black-haired Will Solace. We deserve it. For the meme. For the meme. So the recipe called for 3 lemons, but after just 1, I was literally done. My hand hurt so much, so I'm just going with 1. Stay tuned, because I will be recreating the Percabeth iconic scene where they have their first official kiss by the lake and are then thrown into the lake. Okay, so now that all of our wet ingredients are mixed, we have to add in our dry ingredients, so let us mix. What else is there to say about the upcoming Percy Jackson and the Olympians Disney Plus TV show? Honestly, not much. From what I've seen, there was a leak a couple of months ago of the boy who was going to play Chris Rodriguez. Apparently, I think the actress for Clarice Dior maybe leaked his name, but there has been no official confirmation of if that leak is, actually a thing. So while we're mixing, we're going to add in our milk and our lemon juice. And if you want to follow this recipe, I'll leave the link down below. So as I was saying, still no confirmation if that guy is Chris Rodriguez or not. It's basically like everyone knows that it's real, but no one is saying anything about it. Let me know if you've seen the rumors, or if you know any other rumors going on about the cast or the show or anything like that. Now we're gonna add our blueberries finally to the mix, and they have been mixed with a bit of flour because, and this is the reason I believe, If you mix them with flour, they're not supposed to sink to the bottom. So they stay like around the middle of the dough instead of just sinking all the way to the bottom. Who knows? This isn't a recipe that I need to either look good or taste good necessarily, because it's something that Tyson and Annabeth make for Percy, and Tyson and Annabeth combined probably have zero experience in baking. Therefore, I will take any outcome as a good outcome. It has been folded. We shall carry on to the next step. Okay, so here is what the cupcakes are looking like right now. This is going to be the second batch. I filled them like 2/3 of the way. I hope I didn't overfill them. That is always one of my problems that I have. I am way too ambitious with my baking. But let's look at our first batch, which is already in the oven. Come see, come see. Here it is. It's looking good, right? As you can see, my kitchen is a complete mess, which means that while that batch is cooking and while this one is resting, I am going to clean everything up because we always clean as we go. But before that, I hear you asking, unclaimed demigod, where is the blue coming into place? Because those cupcakes have blueberries in them, but there's still, unfortunately, no blue. And that is not because I forgot to put the blue pigment in them. It's because I decided to just put it on the icing. Reasoning for this, blue tends to come out green when baked, and I've been through that too many times, and I can't go through another heartbreak like I did with those cookies 2 years ago. So I decided to just do blue icing. My family is going to be the one who has to eat all of these cupcakes. 24 cupcakes, I believe, so quite a lot. And they don't find blue food particularly appealing. So I need to make it as appealing as possible, which means as little blue as possible. Compromise, just blue icing. So let's hope that the icing looks on point, and let's move on to cleaning and then the icing. Okay, so I ended up adding 2 more drops of blue dye to it, so it looked a little bit more like dark blue instead of grayish light blue. And I am quite happy with this, and it has gone from looking like frosting to looking like paint. So I think my job here is done. Okay, so here is Blueberry Cupcake Prime. She is the strongest of them all and the chosen one. So I did the frosting, and I chose this one because it has so many blueberries. It literally looks half purple, so I thought that was perfect. And I just laid it on there and let it droop down the sides. So now to repeat this process approximately 20 more times, and then to recreate the iconic Percy and Annabeth cupcake birthday scene before they have the best underwater kiss of all time, starring yours truly and yours truly. Okay, so here we finally are. Here are our 20-something cupcakes. Here is Cupcake Prime, which will be used for the sketch. It does not have a blueberry because the original material does not. Then here we are. There's the batch for my friends and the batch that my family will be forced to eat. Let's move on to the sketch. Hey, happy birthday. What? August 18th. Your birthday, right? Make a wish. Did you bake this yourself? Tyson helped. That explains why it looks like a chocolate brick with extra blue cement. You saved the world. We saved the world. And Rachel is the new oracle, which means she won't be dating anybody. You don't sound disappointed. Oh, I don't care. You got something to say to me, Seaweed Brain? You would probably kick my butt. You know I'd kick your butt. When I was at the River Styx, turning invulnerable, yeah? Nico said I had to concentrate on one thing that kept me anchored to the world. That made me want to stay mortal. Then, up on Olympus, when they wanted to make me a god and stuff, I kept thinking, oh, you so wanted to. Well, maybe a little, but I didn't, because I thought I didn't want things to stay the same for all of eternity, because things could always get better. And I was thinking, anyone in particular? You're laughing at me. I am not. You are so on making this easy. I am never, ever going to make things easy for you, Secret Brain. Get used to it. Well, it's about time! Get up! There's icing, blue icing. Oh, my dog. And it's entirely his fault.